Hi, folks. Welcome back to our Shopee Adventures. We appreciate you being here and watching our videos. I'm on the camera today, so please be patient. It may be a little shaky. I have been working on the 67. Been getting quite a bit of work done to it. When we got to 520 and the 4020 Deer, we had to get this in primer just to hold off the rust. So we do have some flash rusting from sanding. It's not that big of a deal. I think Riley's coming in. We're going to sand it and blow it off one day and then put new seam sealer in it and hopefully cover it up in plastic and wrap it up good. And next day we will tack it off, blow it off, tack it off, and wipe it down a painter or put more primer on it. This here is what I've been working on, the door hinge. The lower door hinges are bad on both sides. This was one of them right here. And you can see through the back. I didn't think I was going to have that big of a problem with it, so I cut a small hole out of here and took part of this cap off to get to it. I started hammering on it and realized it was junk. So to cure it, I didn't want to put these brakes, which is the bends, back in it because that just leaves water and moisture sitting down inside of there. So it's not going to work real good. So what I did is I used a flat piece of 1/8 inch steel, cut it to size, used 18 gauge on the back, and I put the hinge in. I marked where the hole went for the 5/16 inch nut that goes on the back of it, drilled them out, and attached them with the hinge in. So the new piece was actually attached through the hinge. You can kind of see in there, I think, what I did. So we welded it around. This will get rust inhibitor on it, everything in here, and then undercoated. You can see where I messed up. Right here is where I messed up and didn't cut it deep enough. So now I have this welded, around welded. I end up having to take this off. This will sit right there. And now I'm going to have to weld and grind all that down. But you learn from your mistakes. I got to do the other side so I know where to cut it. Cut it a lot better. Somebody asked me how to smooth out welds. And the way I do it is when I'm done, I'll either use the 3-inch air, most of the time the 4.5 inch flat disc, 40 grit flat disc. And I keep it on end and go back and forth, a little bit of an angle. I do not go up and down into the panels themselves. I keep it flat as possible all the way around. Then, for those that are brave enough, can use a 4.5 inch cutoff wheel. I like the 3-inch. I think it can handle it a little bit better. And once you got all the knobs off of here, I take this and I just go back and forth. I just let it float on there. I do not push. You have to remember, this is a cutting tool for cutting steel. So if you push too hard, you're going to cut right through the steel, and then you got another problem. So I get that as close as I possibly can. All the way around that, I move in different areas so I don't create heat in one specific area. If you notice down here, I did have to weld prior to taking this off. It had a hole in it, and I was afraid that if I took this piece off without this, it would spring, and then I'd have open, and then I would have a hard time. So I did make and put this piece here on. So what I don't like is around this truck, they got just a mess, just an absolute mess of seam sealer. This only seam, sorry about the phone, the only seam you have is this and this. There's no seam here whatsoever. It is just flat on the back. There's nothing there. So I'll take my air scraper, get this off, clean it up, and I want it to look really nice when that door opens and you look in these gaps. So we did work that. Now I have been sanding this just to get some of it done. This is flash rusting. It's not really a big deal. Before we paint it, one of my boys is going to come out and help me get it all off. We probably just take some 180 and it'll probably take it all off. So we'll get this out of the way. All the floor pans, we got this all sanded. We got the inside of the cab sanded, the dashboard. It does have new floor pans on both sides sectioned. This is original. It's all been in good shape. Now, the original interior will go right back into this truck. The seat, the floor mat, the headliner, let's see, the vents, all the vents, the air conditioner, the radio. Radio actually has the original owner's name on the top of it and markers, so they knew which one to grab off the shelf when they did this. The only thing I probably will replace is there's a like an insulated pad that goes up here, probably help from the heat from the motor. It was dry rotted, so I'll probably have to get a new one of those. And I will replace all the cables and switches on here just because the chrome was kind of dingy, and I don't think I'm going to get it to come back up. The little knobs will be replaced, the little cushion knobs, so when the doors close, the ashtray closes, it doesn't slam up against that. So we'll walk around. I just used my little 140 for this kind of work. It's got 025 wire in it. It is fantastic for doing that. The body filler here is just filling pits. The steel is really in great shape on both sides. It just was pitted, and I have a fetish of going to shows, I guess you'd say, and I'm not mocking people. It's just the way I am, is they pull the motor out, they got this beautiful paint job on something, and then under the hood, nothing is painted. Using aerosol can, paint it black if you have to make it look a lot nicer for you. So I know where to cut this one now. This one is in the same shape. You can see there where the nut's supposed to be and all that, and I can straighten up this mess over here too. So everything's working good. I'm about getting ready to cut that out. Pushing noon right now. So, and Dawn and our little Millie just came out, just showed up. So maybe little Millie has something good to say. We'll go check. Hey, Peapod. Hey. Man, she's going to be antisocial. This little girl can sleep. There's those blue eyes. Yeah, there's those blue eyes. She's 7-8 weeks old now, approximately. She's a good baby, a little nocturnal. So hopefully that will change here pretty soon. Dawn has been working on these flowers. These are old pigeon horseshoes and the square nails. So she has to get these all blasted up, painted. The flamingos. We have sold 4,850 of these flamingos so far Dawn has sold. And we probably have, I think, 17, 18 people waiting for more to be made. We ran out of horseshoes. We didn't expect these things were going to go as big as they did. So she has more horseshoes ordered, and we're waiting for them to come from Ohio. She has all the legs cut, and she will blast the planter plate on the bottom, and get those going. So been working on an 80-something International. We're just putting new bear claws on the door. It only clicks once, and the second click will not hold the door closed. So once they come in, we'll pop that on. It's a pretty simple thing, and put it back together, and it'll be back on the road. I would actually, if I had it in me, would love to paint this truck. It would really be a lot of fun, but that's not my thing anymore. So this weekend we have 4-H fair starting today. LaSalle County, Ottawa. Just take 71 4-H road, take a left, turn, I guess that would be east, go up the hill. It's on the east-hand side of the road. So that is going on. Our intentions are, right now it is supposed to rain, to be in Yorkville Saturday with the laser products, and hopefully the laser, weather depending, because it overheats very fast in this kind of weather, and we don't want to ruin it. They are fairly expensive. We've been doing LAD on Monday nights. We're going to LAD on Monday nights, farmers market, and setting up just products that Dawn has already got done. And we've been going to Delzell on Tuesday nights, farmers market. Delzell is a little town, and they are absolutely wonderful people. It's basically a social gathering every week of the people, and they're all just friendly as could be. Last night, we all watched the weather forecast. They were never showing anything near Delzell, and all of a sudden it started pouring. And we had so many people come up. They were throwing stuff in boxes. They were taking down our tables for us. They were running stuff to the car. They're loading the wagon. And we are so grateful to have good people like that in this world. So on that note, I don't know about any bands playing this weekend or scheduled for any bands this weekend. I'm sure they're out there. Maybe check, see if you can find something for the Illinois Valley on Facebook or something it might say. So on that note, always be grateful, stay positive, and stay cool. Take care.